Hey YouTube, AZ Bill back here once again. Now, my last video I said I was going to do some burn tests on two different designs on these. They're actually the burners that I got for my new dual alcohol burner. And I was going to do a burn test on both of them. One is this one here, which is just basically 3 pads stacked on top of each other. That's pretty conventional. I think I've done one before like this on a Big Daddy burner. And I was going to do, but we've seen what this one does. The one bad thing about it is that you've got so much residual when you're putting alcohol in here. You got so much residual alcohol in here. Even when you want to stop it from burning, it'll burn on and burn on for quite a long time. So I'm probably not going to do that one because I just got finished a while back with a preliminary test on this one here, which is the one I'm probably going to show you now. And that is this one, and it's, hopefully you can see this. I'm looking in my viewfinder and I can't see it very well because of the, it's not showing up real well in the viewfinder, but there's one pad in the bottom and just a ring around the outside. It stands up from this is 3/4 inch on the burner itself. It stands up about 1/8 of an inch higher than the burner itself, and I hope you can see that. And I just did a preliminary test on this one here, and I really kind of like this better, so I'm really not going to go to the full pad one. So what I'm probably going to do, and one other thing in the background you possibly can see here, I've gone to actually back to, I think I did several videos, or at least a couple of videos on a pump action type remote. I got to tell you, I did a test on this when I first got it done with a burner. Using this outside ring, and then with a center hub in here made from a beer bottle or aluminum beer bottle, and just an outside ring. And the problem was that it was a runaway. I mean, it was a runaway thing. It was just burning like crazy, and I think the reason why is just too much metal. Heated up, it got so hot that it just burned the alcohol so quickly. And and I don't know how it happened. It's probably the worst situation I've had since I've been doing this. But somehow, when I turned it off, I had the little pinch valve on, and it was just a normal bubbler type that I had connected with that one. And when I turned it off with the pinch valve, some of the alcohol must have come out of the air vent, and for whatever reason, and I don't know how it happened, it started the entire bottle on fire. I only had about an ounce of fuel in there, but I gotta tell you, it was the first time I ever had an accident like that. And if you've ever seen The Wicked Witch of the West and how she disintegrated and just melted down in the movie Wizard of Oz, that's what happened to that bottle with the PVC. The bottle went, I mean, it was just went down like crazy. And I had some water. I actually used the water I was boiling on there, and I doused it out and everything else, so it wasn't anything other than a big cleanup. But it was interesting to say the least. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the camera up, and I'm going to do a burn test so you can see what the flame looks like. When I did one just a while back, it looks like I can control this possibly without even having a kind of simmering on it. So we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to reset up the camera so you can see the flame and everything a little bit better. And I may just go with this design. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple minutes after I set the camera back up again. Be back. Okay, YouTube, we're back. What I'm going to do is we're going to open up the valve now because I got to reconnect it onto a supply line. And what I found is if I only give this 2 pumps and just put in, actually, if you're using a bubbler, you would have to take forever to get this. But if you pump this in, it pumps it in quickly. So I'm going to just give it 2 pumps to start with here, and there should be enough there to get her started. Yeah, just enough to get it. I'm going to give it 1 more pump of fuel. Yeah, maybe 1 more. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there for now. I'm going to put the water on. I've got, I don't know how much, 6 or 8 cups of water in this pretty good sized pan. Yeah, let's see if I can get this centered up pretty good. Okay, we're centered up pretty good. And I'm going to turn this light out. I'll take a look where we're at. All right, now I've got the little pinch valve open, so it's feeding something. Now, if I want to just go ahead and increase that volume, but I could leave it right there if I want to. Now, the reason why I say that is if I was cooking something that, let's give it one more pump. Yeah, okay. Now, if I was just cooking something that needed to have a less amount of heat, to me, this is about where you're going to want to be, right about in that area. Now, it'll stay there. I'm pretty sure it'll stay there because when I tested it before, it did. And so, you know, if you're cooking something like scrambled eggs or something, you don't need a tremendous amount of heat. You can adjust it, I think, just using, you know, the pump action that I have on here. Let's just go one more. Two more. And we can see that it increases that just a little bit more. And it'll keep feeding it at that rate, I'm pretty sure, quite a long time. Because that's what I did before when I was testing this before. Now what's actually happening is, and I'm going to have to walk around the back of the camera here so I can see a little bit better. And I'm going to look to the side. Turn my light on my drill press here so I can see better. And, okay, now the center ring that's on the bottom, the pad that's on the bottom, is lit and it's going. Now I think it will stay right there. Now even if it doesn't, I can actually use the pinch valve to draw back a little bit, but right now it's pretty much staying about the same as what it has been. The center ring is going and you're getting a little bit of burn, of course, where the alcohol comes in through the nipple, and so it's staying there pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. That will give me, you know, control over how much heat I want. Now I could turn that little pinch valve, you know, or adjust the amount of flow that's coming in there, and of course the hotter this pan gets, you know, the more it's going to flame up a little bit more. But anyway, I think that's pretty good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You know, I can turn this down a little bit and adjust how much actually fuel is going in through my pump action. I really like that pump action a lot better than I like my bubblers. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You know. This is only the second time I've done this, and I'm still, you know, kind of analyzing exactly where it should be. Okay, now let's do this. Let's open up the valve again. And now we'll go ahead and feed it to the point where we're going to get to the outside ring. So I'm going to pump in enough fuel and keep it on my... And we can see that we're getting out to the outside ring. Yep, you can see the outside ring starting to light up. Now that's pretty good right there. I'm going to leave it right there, even though it's not completely, the outside ring isn't completely lit. But that's pretty darn good. And I know when I did this before, and actually what I can actually do here, let me see if how the water's doing here. Yeah, we're not close at all. But now let's go get this open a little bit, and we'll do one more pump. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So anyway, I think I like this setup, and using the pump action really gives me much more control, and using the pinch valve also. Now I could probably turn this off right now, and there's enough residual alcohol in there that it will boil this water. I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to mark here. I've got here in Arizona, I'm exactly about 10 minutes to 9. I'm going to be back when this is, we're at bowling, and we'll see how long it took. And I'm going to actually shut this valve off completely, and I'll tell you how much time it ran. So I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and it's been about 6.5 minutes thereabouts. I'm just timing off my watch. I've actually had to I've opened up the little pinch valve and I've had to feed it twice in that time to keep it at the level. And now it's starting to dissipate a little bit, but we are boiling. I mean, I could lift the camera up and show it to you, but hopefully you'll take my word for it so I don't have to jostle the camera around, but it is boiling. There's about 8 cups. That pan is almost half full. There has to be at least 8 cups of water in there. So it's you can see it's starting to wane right now. I'm going to turn this back off again. So I like this setup. I don't know what else to, let's see, what else could we do with this? Now I'm really reluctant to try to do any kind of simmering, so I think I'm going to leave it at this, and I'll probably go ahead and on the other little burner I'll probably do the same thing, make up the same kind of design, and maybe in the next few days or so I'll try a little bit of cooking demonstration on something. My wife will kill me if I burn sausages and everything else, but anyway, I'm going to try it. I kind of like this. I really like the pump action. That's nothing other than a pump I took off a soap dispenser and modified a little bit. Put my own little pusher on the top made out of PVC. Anybody could do that. I mean, it's pretty simple. It'll never leak like the bubblers. Well, there it goes out because I had the thing all turned off. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody who subscribes to my channel and watches these videos. And if you have any comments or questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll be back again with another demonstration of this dual alcohol burner somewhere down the road. Until then, thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.